This is two idiots talking over stuff. The podcast where all of Jess's takes are the best and all of Felicia's takes are the worst.
I don't like it.
Oh,
Actually.
it's two idiots, two idiots, two idiots.
I decided I don't like it.
Talking over stuff.
Now I feel like you're trying to seduce our audience.
And Morgan Freeman hates Felicia.
You're a bad
See how anyone hates Felicia. It must be because of Ted Lasso. Yeah. Let's start the show.
I request that we maybe don't go with this one.
What's wrong with it?
It just like it feels a little bit one-sided is what I'll say about it.
What do you mean?
There's a whole lot of like little, Felicia's takes are always wrong kind of inserts in there.
Yeah, but it says how can anybody hate Felicia?
Well, yeah, but then it's like because Ted Lasso.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And I don't think it's.
I don't think there's any falsehoods involved.
I think that there are, and I think like one of the falsehoods is Jesse always has the best takes, which is like a big one.
I can't help what Morgan Freeman says.
Oh, wow, was that a cameo?
No, you couldn't tell that was Morgan Freeman?
I don't think it was.
That was certainly Morgan. It was the real Morgan Freeman.
I don't think that's true at all.
Yeah. He emailed us and that was the voice
he's a
message.
fan?
Yes.
And
big
he
fan.
just submitted this like apropos of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah,
I
he
guess...
sent a voice. He was probably like trying to voice to text, but he's old and he like hit the wrong thing, so he was just a voice to voice.
Well, I mean, I guess we have to keep it then. If it, it's a famous singer and all. Well, a famous actor who's singing.
Yeah, and everything about it's objectively factual.
False.
No, factual.
False.
Everything
I think is what you meant to say.
Everything seems correct about it, so I think we should keep it.
It's true, but I can't let down Morgan Freeman. So.
What's up, you fucking idiot?
Well, you can't say that to Morgan Freeman.
I wasn't talking to Morgan Freeman.
Well,
He's not here. You know how the internet works, right?
He listens.
He's not like omnipresent. Yeah, but I can't talk to him directly.
You are. Every single one of you listening right now, Jesse is talking to you directly.
Yep. No, I don't like that.
That all of the sultriness in this song, that was for you directly.
It wasn't sultry.
I'm pretty sure there was some sultriness.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
What's
I don't
up?
think so.
What's up, everybody?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jesse. That's
I'm
Felicia. Nope. I said that's Felicia. And
Why are
you made
like you're coming into this with just a fighting energy, and I don't know why I did.
You made it redundant. It was fine until you made it redundant.
Excuse me, I'm never redundant. What's your social media handle?
It's at Al by Night on Twitter. And what's yours?
Mine, I'll tell you, I'm at Felicia3 on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can go to our website at www.idiots.fm. And all of our social links are there. And there's an email to hello@idiots.fm. And you should join our Discord because there's people on there now talking and stuff.
Heck yeah.
Hell
you
yeah.
can maybe talk to Morgan Freeman.
I don't know if Morgan Freeman's on the Discord yet.
Well, he should get on it.
And he might not be able to figure it out.
Well, maybe he has like a grandkid.
He's gonna get confused by the bots, I bet.
Oh yeah, Val Kilmer is in there.
What are all these bots? Nope, that's a terrible Morgan Freeman. I'll never do it again.
It wasn't that bad.
I feel like it was
You
not
want
good.
me to
I
do
heard
one?
myself. Yeah, yeah.
What are all these?
Holy Jesus Christ. What happened? Hold on, you want to try again? sound like you were drowning.
That was my impression of Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah, spot on then.
Cool.
Fucking nailed it, dude.
Thank you.
Oh, I hit that button.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? Anything new in our lives?
I left the house twice. I had dinner with an old coworker, and then I went to my family's house for the weekend. And I just got back today, and boy, are my arms tired.
Boy, am I drowning. I'm just drowning in work.
Yeah,
You took your cat, right?
I did. He still vehemently hates my parents' cat and did a lot of rude, like, come at me gestures.
Mhm.
And we had to keep them separated. But, he gets to play in a big backyard, so he's happy.
And I saw on Instagram or somewhere that he scratched the fuck out of you for something.
He did, because he decided that a tasty backyard snack is bark. And I don't know if it looks like a treat shape or tastes nice to him, or if he was looking for bugs. But he just kept picking up little pieces of bark and fully eating them. So I tried to stop him, and he hated that.
Why would you try? Can cats not have bark?
I doubt it's good for them.
Happen?
I don't know. Probably at least they'll poop weird.
I feel like cats got to eat bark in the wild.
I don't think that's true.
You think it's only house cats that are confused by bark?
Listen, my sweet son is very stupid.
Oh, okay. I did know that.
Yeah.
You've told me before that he's stupid.
Yeah.
And he's only got three. He only got 3 legs, and he's stupid.
He does. He's lucky I have him.
I want to see him walk.
Oh, don't make fun of him.
I'm not making fun of him. It's just scientific curiosity. I just want to see what happened.
He hops like a bunny.
That's the best.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for. That's not. I feel like that's not sad.
No, but he can run real fast.
Yeah. You want to know what's new in my life?
Yeah, what's new with you?
I was listening to Fright Day, and I heard Byron use the phrase "jerks off his dick," and I got confused by it.
Yeah, see, I immediately read that as like a Byronism, because Byron doesn't say stuff like that a lot. So when he does, he really tries to emphasize it, like he's saying, like, almost like when a school kid learns a swear word.
Yeah.
So I felt that immediately in his delivery.
Maybe it's just because I'm like newer to the show.
Well, he did also confirm it.
But I've heard it before is the thing. I've heard other people say jerks off his dick instead of just jerks off.
I don't think I've heard it in like a non-ironic way, or like, I feel like people who say jerk off his dick instead of just jerk off are like trying harder to be more crass, and just like that emphasizes the point.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe it is like a regional thing. It's just a little superfluous.
We did ask him on his Discord.
Yes, and he confirmed that it's funnier to say jerks off his dick.
Yes, which I agree with.
But it's just too many words.
Well, my thing is, like, if it's funnier, why not just say it that way all the time?
I guess, but sometimes you just want to be concise.
I guess it makes me think it's regional.
Could be. Let us know. Tweet Jesse either jerks. I'll do a poll. We'll do a poll. You can tell us how you say it.
Yeah. At Tito's Pod on Twitter.
Or
go
just
follow
tweet
us
at
and
Jesse the phrase jerks off.
jerks off his dick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just really like it.
It's certainly visual.
Felicia, what did we watch this week? I watched a whole bunch of shit. So I'm gonna let you start.
I got caught up on this season of The Boys all up until just this past Friday's episode. I haven't seen yet because I was out of town. But other than that, I am caught up. The last episode I watched was Hero Gasm. Have you caught up yet?
No, Miriam and I watched like 3 episodes of that show, and I liked it. I don't know why we didn't watch more. We need to watch it.
Yeah, it's like simultaneously great and also disgusting. It's like incredibly graphic and gory and violent and also just like fucking weird and gross. And I didn't realize that one of the creators of the show is one of the same creators of Supernatural. So I feel like this is what they wanted to do with Supernatural if it had not been like for teens.
Yeah.
So I feel like they get more room to play in this kind of format, and I love that. And it's just like, it's a very good show, but you have to have the stomach for it.
So I remember how graphic it is from the first episode.
Yeah.
Because they went hard in the paint on the first episode even.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting point you raised, though, because I'm thinking about a more graphic Supernatural, and that fits that show.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would totally fit.
Other than that...
Now I kind of want it.
Yeah, well, I mean, watch The Boys. Other than that, I haven't watched too much else, but this is not a TV show or movie, but I have been watching a playthrough of a horror game called The Quarry. I don't know, have you heard about this?
No.
So it's one of a series of, well, they're not like sequential, but it's one of a production company's series of games. There's Until Dawn, Man of Medan, Little Hope, and now The Quarry. And they're decision-based outcome games. So you get this like group of typically shitty teens who you control for like, you control a certain character one at a time for certain increments of time and go back and forth between the characters. And the decisions you make, your reaction to quick time events, decide if that character is going to live or die. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's real cool because you can play it a bunch and get different endings every time. I think Man of Medan and Little Hope were shorter games, but Until Dawn and now The Quarry are longer. And I think there's more possibilities, more possible endings. So I'm currently watching somebody else's playthrough and kind of waiting for new episodes to come out. The basic premise is this group of they're camp counselors. So they're all like older teens, I guess. It's the last day of camp. They're all packing up to leave. One of the guys had a summer fling with one of the girl counselors and doesn't want to leave yet. He wants one more night. So he takes something out of the car that's pretty integral for making the car go. So they can have one more night there. And
like the gasoline?
No, it's some cap. I don't know about cars.
Spark plug?
No, it wasn't the spark plug. I don't even remember what it was.
Okay.
But
I don't know.
Problem
either.
is car no go. So
car no go.
He kind of goes to everyone's like, oh well, I guess we can't go anywhere. And the guy in charge of the camp kind of freaks out and he's like, you have to leave. And they're like, why? He's like, okay, fine, you can stay, but do not leave the cabin. And of course, naturally, they decide to have a party and then shit goes awry. So it's a horror game. Yeah,
Are you planning
I really
on playing
like
it?
that. See, that's what I'm unsure about because I feel like I've watched so much at this point and it's still so fresh and new. And I don't think there's much left in the playthrough I'm watching. So I'm like, do I really want to start it now? Or do I want to like get all the way through it and then play it to see if I get a different outcome? I don't know yet.
Or like wait a year for it to go on sale and then it's not fresh in your head anymore.
That's true too. Yeah, I like those games. They're real cool.
It sounds cool. I have a problem playing horror games.
Oh, yeah?
They freak me out. I can't do it. Especially like the Silent Hills of it all.
I bet they won't. I mean, I do get it, but I bet going back and playing Silent Hill, you could probably handle it because I don't know how well those games hold up.
Oh yeah, that's true. I rewatched The Sixth Sense and Clue this week.
Heck yeah. Both
Uh,
classics.
Big classics. That Sixth Sense is so good.
Yeah.
The writing is so good, and I'm always baffled when I watch that movie. Like M. Night Shyamalan must have spent 10 years on that and like 6 months on everything else he's made. Although Unbreakable was really good.
I don't know if oh, yeah, I have seen Unbreakable. I just don't remember anything about it right now. But yes, The Sixth Sense is, I think, one of his most well-known, at least, and certainly best.
That was a game changer.
Yeah. I liked oh fuck. Sometimes the only way I can describe the movie is by the twist, and I don't want to do that. Oh, The Village.
Yeah, I was about to say The Village.
I like The Village. It was like
too.
a slight disappointment. Like, I don't know. It just seemed a little anticlimactic, but I still thought it was a decent twist.
I almost never see twists coming, which is strange because I'm like analytical generally. And that's how I watch movies, but I almost never see the twist coming. So
I'm the opposite. I always predict it, and it ruins it for me. So like if you can get a movie in that I can't predict the twist, it's automatically higher in my elevation. I don't know.
The Village got me, I remember. The Sixth Sense really got me.
The Sixth Sense got me. The Village did not.
I think The Sixth Sense and Fight Club were the two that got me the hardest. Like, Fight Club left my mouth open. I was like, what the fuck?
Fight Club might have if it hadn't been ruined for me.
Yeah, that always sucks. That sucks because I imagine you probably watched it later after it had been released.
I watched it with you for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so it was much later because I think that came out in like 1990 something.
Yeah, and I watched it in 2002.
2002.
I mean, sorry, 2022. There's twos in there.
Oh, you could have convinced me if you kept going.
I watched it for the first time with you in 2002.
I remember it was right after 9/11, never forget.
Yep.
And we watched Fight Club together. Actually, I think that movie came out in the 2000s anyway. I don't know. Well, no, it couldn't have. Whatever. I watched Stranger Things season 4, volume 2 with Miriam.
Oh man.
Have you not seen that yet?
Not yet. Because it just got released this past weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I thought you might have watched it with your parents even.
No, my mom likes Stranger Things, but my dad hates it and gets mad every time it's brought up because he keeps saying, I don't like movies where things come out of people's mouths. And he's fully just referring to the scene at the end of season 1 where like Will Byers pukes up a slug.
Right.
And that made him so mad he doesn't want to watch any more of it.
Well, your dad's not going to like our watch along to this week. A little foreshadowing. I watched something called The Terminal List. We'll talk about that later. That just came out and I binged through it. We watched.
Oh, the Chris Pratt one, yeah.
Yeah, the Chris Pratt one. We finished season 2 of Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
And then in VR we watched something called Class of Nukem High.
Jesus Christ.
Part 2, which was insane. It's a trauma film, which I've never heard of.
I hadn't either.
Which again is like shocking to me because I feel like I should have.
Well, I've heard of the Toxic Avenger, but I didn't know that there were like a class of films.
Yeah, like I'd heard of the Toxic Avenger too, but I'd never seen anything about it.
Yeah.
I like knew the name, but that's like a show where you just do a bunch of drugs, I think. Or a movie rather.
Seems to be. I can honestly tell you, as the only non-high member of that group, I still have almost no recollection of the movie other than Big Rat.
Big Rat.
Big Squirrel.
Big giant squirrel, sweaty man.
Everyone was puking green stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of naked women.
Yes. The movie seemed to be an excuse to get people naked and play with spirit Halloween props.
Yes.
And like the movie itself was secondary.
Obviously, if that's all we can remember about it.
Yeah. I was entertained, but not for the good reasons.
What did they keep referring to the boobs as?
Oh Jesus.
It was like I want to
was
say
it
like
meat something?
No, it had to do with melons, but it was like
Oh,
because only
right.
big boobed women were vulnerable to some kind of meltdown.
Oh no, you're killing me. What was it? melon happy or something?
Oh, melon like heavy?
Melon heavy.
Melon heavy, yeah.
Oh boy. Correct. Yeah.
Stupid.
They just had women who were around because they had melon heavy breasts. Nice.
I both hate that phrase and also want to start using it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Oh,
It's
my back is really hurting because I have melon heavy breasts.
It's got a little charm about it.
Yeah.
Something about it. I wonder how they came up with it. That's got to be like some just friend group of dudes.
Yeah.
Just some like mishmash of shit that came out of their mouths one day. All right, that's everything we watched. And then I feel like news was slow this week. The only thing that I wrote down was in Hocus Pocus 2, Jason Marsden won't be returning as the voice of Thackeray Binks.
I'm really wondering if that means there isn't going to be a Thackeray Binks, because there shouldn't be, because he
transformed.
He ghosted.
That's right.
Yeah,
Wait.
He's not a cat anymore. The cat, he like shed his cat form and became a spirit with his sister Emily.
That's right. I couldn't remember what happened at the end. I thought he like transformed or something, but
dude, it's
full on Casper.
My last family's cat, I named Thackeray Binks. So after he passed away, watching the end of that movie just makes me like bawl.
Oh no.
Well, because he kisses Danny in the cheek and then he says, "I shall always be with you," and
yeah.
Anyway, they're not going to get that again in Hocus Pocus 2.
No, I feel like that movie's way different without that character.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the fact that they're making another one, because obviously Hocus Pocus is like a huge millennial classic and like very beloved classic Halloween movie. So it's like kind of
even
exciting.
I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting, but also like, is it necessary?
Probably not. It's probably a money grab.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope it has the same just like fun, goofy, like kid Halloween type vibe, and they're not just pandering. I don't know.
Yeah, be interesting. I'm gonna be real problematic and just call her the Hot Witch because I can't remember her name.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, Sarah Jessica Parker. It'd be interesting that character, what they do with that character, because her whole thing was just being super hot.
Well, and also like, how do they explain them being back? How do they explain the fact that they're back but look old? Have they not fed on children in a while?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, how do they explain that for Sarah Jessica Parker's character?
Right.
We come together on a huge silver screen because we need that, all of us. That indescribable feeling we get feels good in a place like this.
Do you like this song better or the new intro song?
This one.
Why is that, you think?
It doesn't have anything to do with me.
That's true, I guess. Okay. In theaters this week.
Yeah.
I think maybe nothing wanted to compete with Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
That's coming out on July 8th.
Yeah.
And you seem excited about it.
Listen, I love the fact that Taika has a hold in the MCU
Yeah,
And I loved Thor Ragnarok.
me
It
too.
was super goofy, had fucking great cameos. Yeah, I'm super thrilled about Thor Love and Thunder. I think it might be the only MCU thing I care about anymore.
Yeah, and I bet it's going to be crazier because I feel like they probably maybe reined in Taika Waititi in the first one a little bit because they weren't sure.
Could be.
That one was such a hit that I bet they they greenlit him on everything he wanted to do, probably.
As they should.
Yeah, he's kind of a genius.
Yep.
So that one is, like you said, directed by Taika Waititi and written by Taika Waititi and Jennifer Caton Robinson, who I'd never heard of before.
I haven't either.
She created a TV series called Sweet/Vicious.
No way. No.
That was
yeah. No.
highly rated, but I've never heard of it before. I think it was like maybe an MTV show. And then she wrote a rom-com called Something Great, and Lakeith Stanfield from Atlanta's in that, and I love him a lot, but I will not be watching that. I think modern rom-coms kind of suck.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
It's
You
true.
should watch Atlanta. This is Ted Lasso time.
Okay.
It is about rap, but that show is fucking bonkers. It's really good too. It's like surrealist, and
You're not selling it at all.
there's a genre that I don't want to fuck up that it falls into, and I want to say it's Afro surrealism, but I might be fucking that up.
When you say
But-
surrealism, my mind goes to art house, and I immediately hate it.
It's not art house though. It's man, it's really hard to explain. It is like well done. It is artsy in that it's pretty, but it's not art house. It's just
Like an
fucking-
A24 vibe?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good call. It's very much an A24 vibe. If like Atlanta was a movie and you told me it was an A24 movie, I'd be like, that makes sense. I wish I was better at describing shit, but it's just really, really good. That show is amazing. And the theme is rap, but I would say it's like 10% about rap and like 90% about fucking with you. Is it-
Still not selling it, but I appreciate the effort.
I don't know. Just know that I have good taste.
Mm.
How dare you? How dare you do that little noise?
About Love and Thunder, I am very curious how Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher is gonna do. I don't look because like Christian Bale seems like a very DC actor.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it seems like this role is more of a serious role, I guess, compared to some of the other Marvel villains. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird casting.
It's incredibly difficult for me to envision Christian Bale directed by Taika Waititi.
I know, right?
That's so like antithetical to everything he's ever played.
Ma-
Although, have you seen American Psycho?
Yeah,
I feel like that's a dark comedy lane
it is.
that gives me hope.
Yeah. I mean, it is it's satire more than anything.
Yeah.
So I feel like he still took it really seriously. The only like goofier role I can think of Christian Bale in is Newsies.
See,
And that was when he was 17.
I'm not positive if I've seen Newsies, it's been a long time.
Man, we watched it. I was in band and choir at various points throughout junior high and high school, and
Mhm.
we watched it every year at least. So but I still love it very much.
I remember doing a bunch of mashup things for you.
You did well, at least one. You said I wish I could remember which
I think
dance
it's-
it was, but
I'm pretty sure it was Dragula.
yes, the song was Dragula, but I wish I could remember what Newsies song you said it to.
Oh, they were dancing like outside in a park or
That
something.
doesn't narrow it down.
Well, all right.
I'll think of it.
I
But
think there
yeah,
was a
it's great.
fountain. I don't
It
know.
still doesn't narrow it down.
How many fucking fountain dances are there in that movie?
There's a lot of it's a musical.
Yeah,
And
that's why
they're poor homeless boys.
that's why I haven't seen it. I don't get into musicals except for Hamilton for some reason.
I think it's a classic, but it's like a very Disney production. I don't know.
So
I'm not selling it for you, and I don't expect you to
Then-
watch it, but it's very nostalgic.
actually, you could sell me on that one because I think,
Can we watch Newsies for a watch along?
yeah, I feel like if I'm making you watch Blade Runner at some point, you can make me watch Newsies.
Yeah. Oh, this is some power I'm finding right now.
All right. So you are excited about Love and Thunder.
Yes.
I am too. What is your Rotten Tomatoes critic rating guess for Thor: Love and Thunder?
I honestly don't know how Rotten Tomatoes scores MCU movies. Like, I don't know if these are movies that critics actually enjoy or if they're just like, these are mass-produced garbage.
To
'Cause
my
I can
knowledge,
see-
it's hit and miss.
Yeah. I would say that for Thor Love and Thunder, they might be more generous because it is Taika, who prior to this really mostly had indie credits to his name. Like, still some big movies, but not MCU big.
Yeah.
So I feel like that might be in the movie's favor when it comes to critic ratings. So, gosh, I don't have enough of a. Here's we've put forward some guesses, but we don't have any confirmation on any of them yet. So I don't know how well or
Right.
poorly I'm doing.
Yep.
So okay. First of all, I'm gonna give it like a big audience stamp of
Okay.
approval. I think the audience is gonna give it like 96.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. And I say that with confidence because Morbius was like really highly rated by audience. So
That's
I'm
true. I think
really
Morbius
fucking
was like,
hoping.
was it Morbius like 76
It
or
was-
80%?
Yeah, it
or
was like in
something?
the 80s, I think.
Ugh.
So I'm guessing high for audience. For
Okay.
critics, maybe like 82. That's probably
82.
high, but I'll be generous.
Okay. I think critics are gonna not love it because it's a sequel,
That's true.
and critics are weird about sequels.
Technically, it's the fourth Thor movie.
Yes. I think it completely hinges on Christian Bale's performance.
That's a good point.
So I think my critic rating is entirely based on how I think Christian Bale's gonna do.
Ooh, wild card.
I will
I mean,
go.
he's a great actor,
Yeah.
but like MCU actor in a
Yeah.
Taika directed film that is inherently goofy.
I'm gonna go 75 for critic,
Okay, that sounds fair.
and then user, I think is high, but not as high as you think it is.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go like 88 because getting in the 90s is real hard.
It is, but I don't know. That franchise is just so universally beloved. That's why I think it'll be higher. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I think people could also be very tired of MCU movies at this point.
That is true. But I think they'll come out for Love and Thunder just because Ragnarok was
Yeah.
such a different.
And also all the other like recent movies like Spider-Man and Doctor Strange have been like kind of big bummers. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
So hopefully that does the trick.
Oh, critic rating. I might make my critic rating higher. I forgot about Natalie Portman. She's
Yeah.
got more screen time in this one.
True.
I'm gonna go up to 80 for my critic rating.
Mm-mm.
So more in line with what you're thinking. Okay. What's new on streaming this week? It's not a huge list actually that I could find. Stranger Things is the big one,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's probably watched that except for you so
Yeah.
far.
Well, yeah, I guess opening night there was so much traffic to Netflix that it broke Netflix for a while.
Yeah, I think that's true of every season of Stranger Things. I think they've broken like Netflix's servers. Just the way it works, like from a nerd's perspective, when you know something big is coming, you prepare with capacity.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't prepared. I bet people like renewed subscriptions to watch it.
Oh, sure. Because there has been a lot of Netflix fallout, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if people came back just for that and then they're gonna leave again.
Yeah, I'm in that boat.
Yeah.
I pieced out on Netflix a while back. So yeah, Stranger Things season 4, volume 2. First episode's 1.5 hours long, and the second episode is 2.5 hours long.
Are there
So
only
it's
two?
basically, yeah.
Weird.
So it's basically 2 feature-length films.
Yeah, what a weird release schedule this season has had.
Yeah, but it makes sense. The way they did it, having watched it, makes sense that they did it this way. The second thing I have here is a movie called The Passenger, which came out on June 28th. And this is kind of like an indie Spanish body horror, I think. It just says horror, but I watched the trailer and I think it's body horror. You'll be the judge of that,
I
because
will.
this is also our watch along for this week,
Yeah.
which is entirely my fault if it sucks.
That's true. So blame Jesse if it sucks. But we
Yeah.
are taking a gamble because we're not sure what the interest in, first of all, foreign language films, but also horror in general, I guess. So, I certainly we're open to feedback. You can let us know if you absolutely will never watch this. But we want to watch it, and we hope that people are interested also.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by it for several reasons. One, it highly rated on Rotten Tomatoes, which I'm not holding in such high regard after that one shit movie we saw.
Yes.
But it's 69% right now. That's pretty good for horror. That's like actually
it could be
very
a wild
high.
card, but yeah. I will also come out hard with, I get if you have to be in a certain time and place to watch a subtitled movie
Mm-hmm.
because it requires you to pay attention. But if you're strictly against watching a movie just because it's subtitled, fuck you.
Oh, damn. Hot take. Morgan Freeman is not going to like that hot take.
Oh, sorry, Morgan. But, there are so many good foreign films out there that if you're just like, oh, it's in another language, I'm not going to watch that. That's stupid. You're like really narrowing down your scope.
What about people with dyslexia? I guess fuck them, huh?
No, I mean, that's fine. Like, if you generally can't watch a movie with subtitles or like,
I just want to
can
turn
never
our
be in
audience
the
against
place.
you.
I know you do. And I realize that this is probably a controversial take.
No, I don't think it is.
If you are able to read and watch a movie at the same time and it doesn't completely fuck with your brain, watching foreign movies in general, but also foreign horror, will really like expand your horizon.
I kind of quietly judge people who go hard against subtitles.
Yeah.
In general,
like the people who I think it was I want to say Train to Busan, where they like immediately started talking about making an English language version.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck you. Why? That's so stupid. The original exists and it's great.
Was it Train to Busan or was it Parasite?
It was Train to Busan, but
both?
they also I hadn't heard that with Parasite, but I heard it with Train to Busan and also a Mads Mikkelsen film called Another Round is the English title.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they wanted to remake it in English with a different cast. I think they were talking about like Matt Damon or Leo DiCaprio, one of those. And I'm like, if you want to recast a Mads movie in English, cast Mads who speaks English.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah. So it's something I get fiery about.
That's fine. I watch subtitles with shit that's in English. I just love subtitles anyway.
Yeah.
So it never bothers me.
I like to know what people on the screen are saying.
Yeah. Subtitles pick up, like, a lot of the times the sound mix is not amazing.
Yeah.
And subtitles will correct for bad sound mixing. Like, you'll pick up shit that you can't hear.
True.
That's important. That happens constantly. So yeah, I'm always confused when people go hard in the paint. Like,
fuck you guys. I love you. Fuck you.
I don't agree, by the way. You can not like subtitles. That's fine.
No, it's not.
I feel like it's fine. Oh, I didn't read the log line. So for The Passenger, it's strangers who are sharing a ride have their trip interrupted when the driver hits a woman who's hiking in the dark of night. They decide to help her, but quickly learn that something is wrong and they shouldn't have let her in.
Which, like, I'm immediately very interested in, but it's also a very limiting concept.
Yeah.
So it's got to be done real well to be compelling.
So it was directed by someone named Raul Carrizo, which Cerezo maybe, who I've never heard of, but I think this is like a Spanish indie producer mainly, because I was looking at his credits, and he has like a shit ton of producing credits, but The Passenger is his first feature-length directorial thing.
Nice.
And he's directed a handful of shorts. So the reason that piqued my interest is because if he's got a shit ton of production credits, but he decided to direct this feature-length one, I think maybe he's got good taste. So I feel like he picked a script that he liked.
Yeah, he might have been sitting on it for a while until it was like ready.
And then it was written by someone named Luis Sanchez Polak, who had 33 writing credits, which is a shit ton. And then the length of the movie is 1 hour 30 minutes on the dot. So I feel like
Love that.
I feel like the writing is probably tight. So I can't wait to probably be wrong about this.
Yeah, it is a true wild card. So
Yeah.
we could be watching some crap, or we could be watching a hidden gem.
I think it might be a hidden gem that maybe not a lot of people know about. I think I randomly stumbled across this when I was looking for stuff this week.
I certainly hope so.
Okay, so the next thing is The Princess, which debuted rather on Hulu on July 1st. And that's a dark fantasy / action / comedy. And the logline is, when a beautiful, strong-willed princess refuses to wed the cruel sociopath to whom she is betrothed, she is kidnapped and locked in a remote tower of her father's castle. With her scorned, vindictive suitor intent on taking her father's throne, the princess must protect her family and save her kingdom. So this sounds kind of cliche and boring. The trailer helped me a little bit. And the fact that it's a spec script that 20th Century picked up is promising. You know what a spec script is?
I do, but if you could, tell the people.
Well, now you're going to make me sound like a mansplaining shit. Do you actually...
No, I'm saying I absolutely, definitely, for sure know what a spec script is. But if our audience doesn't...
Yes, I shouldn't have framed it that way. That makes me sound like a dick. Instead of like a studio going to someone to adapt a book or whatever, a spec script is a script that a writer sends in to have read, and then some reader will like send it up the chain, and they're rare. So it's kind of rare for a spec script to be made in the first place, which means it makes it more promising. So it would have been less weird like back in the day. Now it's very rare that scripts get made like this. It's also being produced by Neil H. Moritz of Fast and Furious and Derek Kolstad, who created the John Wick franchise.
What a weird...
It is
for something called The Princess.
Yeah, it is weird. And that's kind of why I put it on the list. I think it could be fun, but it's also...
Maybe. Nothing about it particularly intrigues me, but Hulu does have some decent originals. I'm hesitant to start new things when it's so new there's only one season. I like to get it when it's a little more well developed and has been renewed a couple times and has more to watch.
Yeah.
But that said, I was trying to find more examples, but the one that immediately came to mind is the show Harlots, which is another Hulu original TV show, and it's fucking great. It's about two rival brothels.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
I think I've seen that, or maybe a few episodes of it.
Sick.
I know that from somewhere. For The Princess, take a look at the trailer, because if anything, it's either going to intrigue you or turn you off. She's doing big fight stuff. She's like a kick-ass type of princess.
This is also like a cast of unknowns, it seems like, for the most part, or at least unknown to me. So could go either way, I guess. Yeah,
big cast of unknowns. The most intriguing thing to me was the spec script that a big studio picked up, because it's rare, and the producers. The next thing on the list is the Terminal List on Amazon Prime Video that came out July 1st.
I keep getting ads for it, and it kind of looked like it's intriguing, but then the last line of the trailer is always, "I'm not going to tell you again. Stay off my list."
Okay.
And that like puts me off to the whole
I
movie.
can't believe they do that in the trailer, but that's not the vibe of this show, really. So it's a former Navy SEAL officer investigates why his entire platoon was ambushed during a high-stakes covert mission. So this is like in my wheelhouse for shit that I would like normally. And I did. I watched this whole thing in one sitting. I binged through it and I stayed up way too late. And it's very good. It's got like a who's the like Hunt for Red October guy? Do you know? I cannot think of his name.
Sean Connery?
No, the author. He like
I don't
writes a
know.
bunch of shit like this, like John Grisham or something like that. But if you like
John Grisham makes sense for this
Yeah.
vibe.
if you like military shit like that, that's kind of what this is. But at the same time, like politics is fucking everything up, because while I'm watching this show, all I could think of is like Proud Boy military LARPers,
Mhm.
because this show is like big on showing you like tactical Navy SEAL type action shit. And it's very good, but the whole time I'm just like, there's some fucking idiot like wearing tactical khakis in his bedroom who's real happy about this, and it kind of ruins it a little for me.
Yeah, I get that. Especially with Chris Pratt as the main star.
What's wrong with Chris Pratt?
Nothing according to my mother.
Oh no.
But
Oh no.
yeah, he's made some decisions in life.
Yeah. The big one is the church he belongs to.
Mhm.
Is that Hillsong Church, which I guess is anti-LGBTQ. But
He also divorced Anna Faris, which
he did divorce Anna Faris,
dare
and he
you.
had this. I think he had a child that had some.
yeah, he with Anna Faris, he has a child that has some disabilities, and when he had a child with his new wife, he was like, "Thank God for a healthy baby," and everyone was like, "Oh, fuck you, buddy."
I feel like that he could have easily misspoken there.
Oh,
That's
totally.
just
I think
something
he
you
probably
say.
did, but it's just like a oopsie.
Yeah.
Big oopsie.
I'm like
Phrasing.
by
sir.
no means a Chris Pratt defender, but I'm struggling hard.
It was more like, one more straw.
Yeah.
On top of a already toppling
Really,
pile.
the biggest thing is the church thing. But
Yeah.
I'm struggling with that because of this, specifically now because of this Roe v. Wade stuff.
Mhm.
I'm like, which church group isn't terrible at this point?
Yeah.
And I have a bunch of Christian friends who I'm not shucking them aside because of their affiliation with their religion. So I feel like hypocritical to do that to Chris Pratt. That said, I don't know how hard in the paint this church goes, but
Yeah, it's like along the same lines, it's like a stacking effect. You're not a bad person just because you go to church, but if you go to church and you support all these like anti-LGBTQ platforms and like anti-abortion rights, and also make some questionable decisions in your love life.
Right, but the thing I feel like is everyone who goes to church right now is supporting some of that shit.
Yeah,
Kind of.
either directly or indirectly.
Yeah, just maybe not the most vocal ones, but they're sitting next to people who support this shit. So like,
Yeah.
am I supposed to?
It's a big.
I don't know.
I don't know if this is the place for that debate, but it's true. It's a big struggle because you don't want to condemn people who are truly good people and just happen to be churchgoers, but also there is a lot of shady shit that goes down in the church, and you could be a silent supporter.
Yeah. And I fucking hate Scientology, and I still watch shit with Scientologists in it. Like to me, Scientology is more heinous than just about anything.
Yeah, for sure.
That said, like Chris Pratt does follow like Ben Shapiro. and Madison Cawthorn. So I feel like he's taking a path, but at the same time, I think he might be like getting pushed down that path a little bit.
Maybe
I don't know.
he's fallen into that place where he's like mildly cancelable, but not really. So it's just people expressing how much they want to cancel him, and he's aware of it.
Yeah.
So now like all these people are jumping in to defend him, and it doesn't really seem like he's a bad person per se. He's also had some, some roles like Andy in Parks and Rec, and of course, Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's a really fun actor. He seems like a fun guy, but
that's
who knows what's going on in your personal life.
That's what I'm having trouble separating, because I did love him as Andy, and I have loved most of the interviews I've seen him in. Like, he seems like a decent person. So if the church affiliation is the one thing that I'm supposed to cancel him on, then I feel like I can't do it, because I have so many Christian friends, and I'm very mad about Roe v. Wade shit. So if I did that for Chris Pratt, I'd have to, like, I don't know,
cancel
a lot of fucking people in my life, and I don't want to do that, because I don't think their church affiliate, I don't think the church like represents who they are. It's just like a thing that they do.
Yeah.
I
also think there's a difference between like the organization, the church, and then being religious.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know. Who knows? I'm gonna, I guess, give him the benefit of the doubt until he does something incredibly heinous, which is usually what happens.
It's just like funny people will put their fucking foot in their mouth too. He'll do something more heinous eventually, just because that's what funny people do. Yeah, but I love this show, actually. It was really good.
Well,
if you like this sort of thing. And there's a wet man in it.
Not Chris Pratt,
No, it's
right?
Taylor Kitsch.
I don't recognize that name. I'll look it up and tell you how wet he is.
Guaranteed that's a wet man for you.
I really hate that you've put that vernacular in my head. And now any type of like attractive man is a quote unquote wet man. And now I'm saying it unironically. Oh yeah, the tattooed duo. Yeah. I was thinking that all through the trailer. Yeah, he's a wet man.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. He was Tim Riggins in Friday Night Lights, which is another like theme of sports, but not really.
He's somebody that when he's like clean shaven, he looks too broy for me. But in his role in the Terminal List, it's aces.
This is the first time I've seen him like that, and I was like, all right, this is Felicia's wheelhouse. Like immediate. It was immediate. I knew.
Yeah, there's another movie. Well, this is one that we probably should have talked about because it is out on streaming services now, available for rent. It's called Murder in Yellowstone City.
Oh fuck! I meant to add that to the list. I'm sorry.
I can do a real quick look up. It's a Western, so both of us enjoy Westerns, so I knew it was like a contender. It is a little long probably for a watch along episode, but we'll likely watch this in our own time. The synopsis is a former slave arrives in Yellowstone City, Montana, a desolate former boomtown now on the decline, looking for a place to call home. On that same day, a local prospector discovers gold and is murdered.
Murdered.
It does not have good ratings so far.
Westerns, that's...
Yeah. But I told Jesse there was a wet boy in it and asked him to guess. And when I asked you to guess, I meant like as we were watching it. But he looked it up and immediately reported it's Zach McGowan, who's also in Black Sails. And he is completely correct.
Yeah, you just have a type. It's very easy to spot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor Kitsch. You got to watch The Terminal List, maybe. I think you're going to like it.
I think I'll like it. But you're right. It's a little hard to like remove.
I swear to Christ, the whole time I was watching it, I was like, this is some fucking LARPer is like jacking off to this right now.
Even like, just watching anything with a major actor in it, there's a certain amount of suspending disbelief you have to do to be like, okay, I need to enjoy the show as it is and not just be like, this is Harrison Ford being a character, you know, and a lot of that is the performance.
Well, that said,
but
Chris Pratt does a good job. Like,
that's
he's
good.
not goofy by any means.
Well, I think I will give it a
Cool.
shot.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. Constance Wu's in it too, and she's really good. She was in Crazy Rich Asians and Fresh Off the Boat, which is two things I keep meaning to watch and I haven't yet. But they're on my radar. But she was really good. Okay. That's it for the streaming stuff. And we've already talked about this. What are we watching this week?
We're watching The Passenger. Could be good, could be bad. If it's bad, blame Jesse.
Yep, blame me. It's going to be subtitled. I can guarantee the watch along itself will probably be fun. Because even if it's bad, it's real easy to make horror fun.
Yeah, and if it's body horror, then there will be yelling.
Yeah, Felicia's a yeller about that.
Yeah.
And I'm a what the fuck type of guy. I'll be like, what the fuck? That's exactly. The one thing is that it's on Amazon Prime Video. I could not find it on any streaming service with a subscription. So it's like a $5 rental. So if you want to watch along with us, you gotta pony up $5. But
and if it sucks, Jesse will pay you back.
If it sucks, I'll say it in the Discord. I'll say it before. Actually, yeah, I'll do that. I'll say it before the watch along even comes out. I'll be like, this movie fucking sucks. This watch along sucks too.
The watch along won't suck. You can listen to us hate it.
That's true. And oh yeah, this is our first horror watch along. Fun fact: we were, I think, in the inception of the show when we were talking about doing it, it was going to be all horror.
Was it?
And then we were going to do Shudder stuff. Remember?
I don't remember that.
It was at the very beginning. It was like an idea I threw out that we do like a Shudder movie every week because it's a cheap subscription.
Oh yeah. Shudder is a real mixed bag. Sometimes there's just like absolutely nothing, but it is a cheap service, so I'm sure we'll hit a few of those.
It's a cheap service, and there's lots of crap that could be fun on there, and horror is always fun. But yeah, that's Passenger, and that you can look for that on Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern time.
Heck yeah!
Wow, we did it.
We did it.
I can't believe it. We got another one of these in the bag.
Whoa, a whole nother one.
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you can we keep using the theme song that I made?
No. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that you made?
Yeah.
I thought Morgan Freeman did it.
You've been listening to Two Idiots Talking Over Stuff, produced by Jesse Stillwell, with original theme and outro music by Jesse Stillwell. For more information, you can visit www.idiots.fm or reach out directly via email to contact@idiots.fm. Do you want to listen to the theme song again?
No.
Are you sure? I feel like Morgan Freeman put a lot of time into it.
And he got his spotlight moment.